Hey, what's up, guys? It's been, I don't even know, like a month since I talked to you guys. But the finale of Insecure premiered last night, Sunday, June 14th, and Issa did not come to disappoint. But actually, she did disappoint me. I don't know why she went in this direction. But what I love about this series is that Issa definitely has always tried to include other black creatives that we might have forgotten, creatives that we might have not appreciated. Because as time goes by, as people get older, like they lose their place in Hollywood if they don't look as good, or I don't know, if they can't find roles for them. But Issa found roles for them in her show, like Kyla Pratt, Wendy Raquel Robinson, so many more. But it's just nice to see her like just having these people involved. I like it. I love it. Support us.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
So this episode starts off with Issa and Lawrence. So their relationship is going well, I guess, and he's about to move to San Francisco to work at a big tech firm, and he's getting his own team. We love to see it. And he's just like, so if I leave, what's gonna happen with us? Because they're getting into a good place. He wants to know, like, are we gonna continue this, or is this long distance too much? But Issa's like, you know what? I love Issa's mindset now. She's like, you know what? It's working good for us now. It's just 40 minutes away by plane, so it's not really that long of a distance. And if we really want this to work, we can make it work. So they're good on that. And then we have Molly's doing the thing that she usually does. And I haven't been here to discuss it for, I guess, the last 3 episodes, but we've noticed how Molly's relationship has not been a relationship. It's been Molly world. I've noticed it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but Andrew's noticed it. And Andrew's just like, they're at the party. They're at Molly's law firm's party, and Andrew's trying to be that supportive boyfriend. And one of the other, I think that intern that they thought was cute came up to Molly, and he's like, oh, we're going to this bar afterwards. And she's like, yeah, we'll be there. And Andrew's like, I don't know about, like, she didn't even discuss it with him. I understand that mistake, because she might have thought like he was enjoying his time, but he's like, you know what, I don't really want to go. I came here, I'm here, like, I don't think I really want to go over there. And she's like persuading him, and he's like, okay, I'll go. So they get home, and he's just like, he seems over it. He's like, Molly, I go everywhere that you want me to go. But when it comes down to me and what I want to do, it seems like it's such a big problem for you. So, like, and Molly's like, well, where is this coming from? Molly's getting defensive. People don't like to be called out. And so he's just like, this happens all the time. Like with my brother, you couldn't forget about what happened on that trip, the mistake that he made. I understand how Molly felt, but if you really love Andrew, you could have gave it like another shot. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, he seems like he takes his family, like his family is really important to him. So you definitely could have tried. You could have went out with them again and educated him and tried to change his opinion on that. And if it just doesn't work, okay, let Andrew know. If it's too much, then go your separate ways. But don't put this strain, because Andrew seems like he's very close to the brother. Every time he's talking on the phone and Molly comes in, it seems like I have to go. It seems like Andrew's just over it. And then Molly gets the call from Tiffany's husband, Derek. And what I said previously in my other recaps is Tiffany's postpartum depression, it seems like it's really taken over. And she's gone. She's left. She's gone in the wind. She told him that she was going to go take a break, and they haven't heard from her ever since. So I understand why they're in a panic, because depression could lead you to do a lot of stuff. She could be suicidal. She could go drinking and something could happen to her. But we just need to we need to get her home safely. And Derek is really worried about her. Derek I love his mindset. I love how he goes hard for her. And I've been saying that. So they've got the gang back together. Molly and Issa are in the same room. It's tense. Issa doesn't know how to go about it because of what just happened. And Molly's just like, I don't know. Molly always tries to be that strong person who doesn't really care. But deep down we know she cares. So they go out looking for her. And they finally find her. And then, but before they find her, Kelly, that guy on the bus, he starts to bother Kelly. He's like, "Oh, you know, my inner person remind me of my inner person. You're black. You as a black woman, it reminds me of your inner person." This is a white man saying this. A white, suppose I think he's gay maybe saying this. And you're just looking like she's on the phone, and you're coming and saying it like, what? So they find out where Tiffany's staying, the hotel she's staying at, and they try to get the bus driver to stop. And you know these bus drivers, they don't care. Like they'll follow the rules to the T, no matter what. I don't have a good track record with bus drivers. I don't like them. They've given me so much trouble in the past. It's just from high school, I don't like them. But yeah, so Kelly, she's talking to the bus driver. She's like, "Can you let us off because it's an emergency?" He's like, "No, the next stop is a few blocks away." But we don't know if this is life or death with Tiffany. So she goes ahead, she presses the open door button, and he calls the officer on Kelly to come. And I don't know why he would do that. I guess like in the spur of the moment. But you know our track record with officers. Why would you do that? Because you just put them in a predicament that could have ended badly. Thankfully, they had Molly, the lawyer, over there, who could probably read them in 3 seconds with one of the amendments or something like that. So she knows her rights, and the officers were scared of that, and that's good. But the two white people were trying to provoke the officers to get them in trouble, arrest them, and they're like, it's just like, why are you minding? I don't understand what the outcome would have been, like how that would have had a positive outcome for those people if something happened to Kelly and the rest of them. It just shows there are Karens in everybody. So they get to the hotel and they talk to Tiffany, and Tiffany, she has less makeup than usual. She has no extension, and she's just bare, and she's just like, she's sorry she couldn't do it. And it's understandable. It's very hard when you see yourself failing at something that you might have thought would have been easy or should have came naturally. It's hard. So Derek begins talking to her. So after they talk, everybody goes back to their homes. Issa goes to her home, and she gets a knock from Lawrence, and it just seems like something's about to go down because the way his face and his demeanor is, he's about to tell her like he slept with Condola. He didn't sleep with Condola, guys, but Condola's pregnant. And I was hoping it would not go in this path. I don't need another game. I'm just hoping next season that Issa realized that she can't be with Lawrence. And then the thing with Condola is like, Lawrence, she said that she was not ready to have the baby with her husband, but she's ready to go and have a baby with a man who doesn't want her at all, and is saying that he doesn't want her. I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me. I think she wanted a sperm donor or something, or she wants to trap this, or she really wants to trap this guy. She thinks he's gonna really like come around by chance. She's like another Molly, actually. It's a little, because I don't understand. If you have like an idea, explain this to me in the comments, because I don't understand how you would go from, I understand you don't want to have a baby with your husband, but it doesn't make sense that you want to have a baby with this guy who doesn't want you. And then I just want to know what Lawrence and her talked about in the other episode, because he told Issa I talked to her and everything was done. What did you guys talk about? Because maybe you were not talking to the same people. Because it seemed, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. There's games being played over here, and I'm not for it. You better stop with my girl Issa. But this is just a lot. I can't believe this is happening. Yes, I hope they don't go about it the same way they did with the game, where Melanie stays and she has all this problem where she can't cope with herself not having a baby, and Janae having the baby, and Duran's paying attention to the baby. Because when you have a baby, that baby comes first. I feel like Lawrence and Issa should just put the relationship on back, and he should go to San Francisco and try to work it out with Condola, maybe. Because Condola's basically saying, I'm just letting you know, if you can't do it or if you don't want to, you're off the hook. But I feel like we, as a community, that happens so much to us, and it doesn't, these children don't grow up as, they grow up with problems, basically. I guess, like missing a father or missing a mother, and we don't want that. We want to break that cycle that oppression has shined upon us for it. So Lawrence, being the man he is, I don't think that he would leave Condola to raise the baby on her own. So I don't know how this is all gonna work out. I don't know, but I don't want Issa to stay in that relationship, in that dynamic. I feel like she's grown so much as a person that she should just end it. And I feel like after everything that happened with Molly, Issa and her, once Molly, don't you notice how Molly comes back when she needs somebody to talk to? The same way Issa did in that episode a few episodes ago. But Molly, as soon as everything went south for Andrew, now she wants to call up Issa, and she wants to find somebody to I guess, like, be like, oh, it's okay, everything's okay, like, Juan, etc. But why did it take everything happening with Andrew for you to finally come to your senses to be good with Molly? I mean, to be good with Issa. I don't like that. And Issa, being the person she is, Issa's not always right, but I feel like Issa's trying to grow as a person. Issa came back to Molly, and I feel like it's just a cycle in Issa's life. It's easier to start back with Molly than to... It's easier to start with Lawrence again than to just find new things. And that's for everybody. Find a new man, find new friends. And it's hard to find new friends, new person of interest, I guess. Because you're already used to these people. You know them. You know what they're capable of. Oh God, I see myself in this series. That's why I love this series so much. But I just want to say thank you so much, Issa and the writers, for such a good season. I feel like we're gonna have another season in 2 years just because of this COVID thing. But thank you guys for watching this episode of Didi Does Things, and I'll be back possibly this week with more videos, so tune in. Can you guys please like, comment, and subscribe on this on the bottom of this episode, and definitely check that bell off so you can get a notification when I post another video, and definitely share, follow me on Instagram, and thank you guys. Peace out.